As film starts, in a video game, a witch in a red gown attacks and kills a man. Surprisingly, the man who died in the video game dies in real life as well. Is this a genuine game? Is it effective? Will it victimize others? It displays a scene from the flashback. At the beginning of the story, a boy named Loomis is shown carefully playing a video game. Stay Alive was the name of this game. He is taken aback when he sees this game. He was also ecstatic because he was a participant in the game. He should be surprised because this is the first time this has happened in his gaming career. This was a strange thing. Loomis invests all his time and money in this. This game was given to him by the company to test it. He likes this game a lot personally. He also informs his friend Hutch about this game. But he lost this game even after so many tries. Because a witch has hanged him while ending him with a chain. This was a real and terrible scene. Loomis gets scared seeing it. He goes to talk to his roommate. He also had played the game and was defeated. Loomis has also seen his roommate's dead body in the room. His roommate was busy with his friend. Loomis goes to his room and sleeps. Loomis awakes due to thunder. The light was also gone. Loomis goes downstairs when he feels thirsty. He sees a terrible shadow downstairs. He runs to call his roommate. He becomes astonished seeing the thing in the room. He notices the dead body of his roommate and class fellow. Their condition was worse. The bed sheets and the walls were soaked in blood. His friend's dead body was under the bed and his friend's dead body hung with the ceiling. They were ended with a scissor-like thing while stabbing several times. Loomis's condition gets worse seeing all this. But he didn't get the time to bear this shock. Someone attacks him from behind. He hangs him while giving a chain to his neck. He dies because of it. Like that video game. When Hutch discovers about Loomis's death the next day, he becomes shocked. Because they talked yesterday night and were about to meet. How did this happen within a short time? Loomis's sister gives a bag to Hutch at Loomis's funeral. There were Loomis's favorite video games in that bag. Later, Hutch goes to meet his group with those games. There were Hutch's two friends in this group, one was male and the other was female. One was Hutch's brother. They run a game parlor. Hutch's brother finds the Stay Alive video game from Loomis's bag. Loomis was testing this game means this game wasn't published yet. There will be something interested in it. That's why Hutch's brother wants to play this game. Hutch feels strange. Because Loomis has played the game last time and died. Hutch's brother agrees with him while saying don't overthink. They decide to set this video game the next day at Hutch's house. A girl is also shown except for them called by Hutch. This girl was named Abigail. Hutch met the girl at Loomis's funeral. They hurriedly done the arrangements. Finally, Hutch's boss also joins this group. He joins them online. He was fond of playing games, even he stopped in his office just to play this game. This game was strange from the starting. The evil prayer of Elizabeth is shown on the screen. They have to read this prayer to start this game. They become surprised seeing this. They get the entry after reading the prayer. Meanwhile, we feel an invisible entity behind them. They slowly discover the game The Blood Countess is based on Elizabeth. Elizabeth was a witch. 200 years ago this countess has murdered many girls brutally. The incident was terrible and painful, even the history doesn't have its details. They have made the evil spirit alive while reading this prayer. Now they have to stop them. They have to take her secrets out. But they have to stay alive for doing all this. They're up against the challenge of staying alive. The setup of this game was Haunted Palace. It was completely abandoned. They have to end some zombie girls while passing from there. There was a tower moving forward and they were going there. Hutch's boss was walking away from everyone and towards the basement. He also finds a rose there. There were instructions to pick it from there. Seeing the rose, Hutch's female friend says, "The evil spirits couldn't pass the red rose." Hutch's boss picks the rose and throws it to the zombie girl. The zombie girl disappears from there. Hutch's boss reaches a room while passing by a creepy dark passage. It was actually a torture chamber. He finds a girl's dead body there. She was hanged. Suddenly, a lady with the red rose attacks Hutch's boss. This lady was Elizabeth, the witch whose picture we saw a short time before. It means the Blood Countess. Hutch's boss tries to fight with her, but Elizabeth ends him with scissors. Because the scissor was stabbed in his neck. Hutch's boss was a weak-hearted man. He became scared after seeing the violence and the disturbing scene. He also notices the zombie girls in his office. While knowing that he is hallucinating, even then he quit the game. He was ready to go home. But he couldn't move from there. A terrible entity attacks and ends him. He was ended the same as Loomis. Hutch's boss has seen everything in real, those weren't his hallucinations. The next day, Hutch discovers about his boss's death reaching office. Firstly, he doesn't understand what is this happening. He becomes shocked to see his boss's dead body. Because his boss's neck was cut like a video game. There was a detective to handle this case and investigate Hutch. He didn't get any information. Hutch was feeling strange. He was feeling these deaths are connected with the video game. The strange things were happening to those friends. Like Hutch's friend notices blood on his face and the keyboard. Hutch's female friend was seeing a terrible face in the mirror. Hutch was seeing his tilt reflection. His eyes were turned white and the mirror also breaks. They all were scared because of it. Even Forbidden, Hutch's brother, plays the game. It was shining and was different from all other mirrors. She doesn't want to see herself get aged. That's why she doesn't like mirrors. All the mirrors break due to it. This mirror doesn't break. It was unique because it was polished silver. The evil spirits are scared of it. Hutch's brother sees a horse cart coming behind him. He immediately pauses the game to escape, but he also hears the horse cart's voice in reality. Hutch was taking all this seriously. He goes and checks his boss's death report. It was clearly written the murder weapon was a 14-inch scissors. He goes to his friend while taking this report. He discovers Loomis's neck was broken after death. The blood from the roommate's body was finished. They died exactly the way they die in the game. This wasn't a coincidence. Hutch's female friend agrees with him this time. Because she is a student of supernatural things. She has studied in detail about the Blood Countess, means Elizabeth. She has discovered the facts of this game are based on her. They all are true facts. Like the tower, graveyard, and the torture chamber, everything. She moved in the black horse cart to hunt the humans. She ends everyone from that scissors. She doesn't like the mirrors. Hutch asks her while hearing this, "Why is she doing this to us?" Hutch's friend tells him she was actually imprisoned in that tower. Elizabeth has promised to return. Then once again the game of death will start. Maybe this is a source for her to return. She has returned and the game of death has also started. In this situation, we have to be together. Hutch's brother wasn't there and they don't know where is he. They call him and discover he has moved to come here. Don't know how he disappeared from the way. Later, they move in search of him. They reach there too late. He has died. A black horse cart has crushed him. After this incident, they believed everything is real. That countess means Elizabeth is ending all of them. The detective again investigates from Hutch. Hutch tells them about this game. But they didn't take this seriously. The detective's assistant plays the game and makes fun of it. Hutch has understood that if they want to escape they have to help themselves. Loomis was testing this game. He must know the origin of this game. He goes to Loomis's house with Abigail. He finds the creator's address there. Hutch's female friend has also studied a lot about the witch Elizabeth. She discovers to end the witches they have to place nails on the witch's head, neck, and forehead. Her soul will return in her body and later, she should be ended by setting on fire. Hutch's friend discovers the detective's assistant who was making fun of it. His dead body has been discovered in the same condition he died in the video game. They decide to shelter in Loomis's house and will not touch this game until they meet the creator of this game. The game itself starts playing with them when none was playing it. Hutch's female friend was the prey of this game this time. She went outside to smoking. Suddenly, she sees the face of a ghost in a nearby house. She follows it with a hammer and nails. Moving forward, her foot gets stuck in a trap. She gets hanged due to it. Hearing her screaming voice, her friends reach there. Until then, Elizabeth's neck will be severed by the witch. With it, Hutch's female friend dies like the game. It means they weren't saved. That's why they decide Hutch's female friend will play this game to distract that witch. Meanwhile, Hutch and Abigail will go in search of the game's creator. His friend tracks the address. It also appeared to be an abandoned house. Hutch and Abigail move inside the house. While playing the game, Hutch's friend comes to know the palace in the game is behind this house. It means this house is also included in this game. He immediately informs Hutch about this. He also guides him to move through the back door. During this, Abigail gets missed in this house. She realizes the house is the house in the game after seeing all of the setups. She finds a secret passage from a cupboard. She reaches the torture chamber while passing from the path. She finds Elizabeth's diary and the scissors. But Elizabeth's soul attacks her. Hearing her screaming voice, Hutch tries to reach her. But luckily, Hutch's friend reaches into the room through the game. He throws the rose towards the witch. Abigail was saved, but Hutch's friend didn't escape. The witch discovers they are making her a fool. She attacks Hutch's friend. Now only Hutch and Abigail were left alive. They have seen the tower and graveyard at the backside of the house. There was that witch's dead body in the tower. Hutch collects 3 nails and Abigail collects a red rose. Even though they are aware of the tower's map, the witch attempts to perplex and frighten them. They somehow find the stairs of this tower. As Hutch steps in the door, it closes. Abigail remains outside. She understands now it's her turn to die. She asks Hutch to move forward because she knows if he will end this game, both can be saved. Hutch finds the witch's dead body in the upstairs room. Now he puts nails in her body. On the other hand, the witch has made Abigail a prisoner. Elizabeth's soul was compelled to enter her body on the final nail. Her body starts bleeding. This time, she tries to end Hutch. Hutch shows him her reflection with the laptop's back cover. Elizabeth becomes furious because she doesn't like mirrors. She also gets confused. Getting a chance from it, Hutch sets her blood on fire. The fire spreads in the room and the witch's body was also burned. Hutch couldn't come out because the door was locked. At the exact time, his friend and Abigail come and save him. Yes, Hutch's friend was alive yet. He was just injured. They finally move from that house. The witch and the house were burning. They feel Elizabeth's game is over here. The witch is again shown on the window. She will not stop, and this time she will hunt more people through this video game because someone has leaked this video game. Because her body was burned, the witch has returned. Her soul had not yet found peace. With it, the film and story come to an end.